Hi. Okay, I think we're real. I truly don't know. My time is jumping all over the place. Let's see. I am here. Okay. I'm telling you, doing a screen share is some tricky business. So, first of all, workstation's working. Second of all, um, the other day I showed you guys how to do an individual order, how to set up an individual order. Um, so that you could be ahead of the game on the launch. Like for today, you could have went in and had all of your customers preloaded as an individual order. So you had to do is drop and pay, drop and pay, drop and pay, drop and pay. Okay. So today I want to show you how you can set up a party. So say for instance, today you had um like 13 people. I don't know why I said 13, but 13 people who wanted all of the stuff, all the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. And it was easier to send to you. And it would have made a party and it would have had free shipping because it would have been over $350 shipping to your address. But you're like, I want to go ahead and use my rewards. But you don't want to wait because it could sell out that quickly, right? So let's talk about how you can set up, figure out what your rewards are, even put in your rewards and go that route. It sounds really, really complicated, but once we start, I promise you it will not be that complicated. So you're going to go into your workstation, orders, and we're just going to go ahead and start a party. Okay. We're going to act like we're doing this for the Harvest Collection. We're going to start a party and we're just going to call it the Harvest Collection. And I'm literally going to use things from the Harvest Collection. Like we're going to set it up. We're going to use myself just because we're going to say it's coming to me, but it can be whatever. It could be your friend Jill has 13 people who want this stuff and they all want it shipped to her. Like all her coworkers want it shipped to her. And you also want to give her rewards. Okay. I don't care when the end date is because I'm just going to delete it when it's done. All right. So this is just like going to orders, open orders, and then finding this party, right? We know how to do that. This should look familiar, right? So we're going to say, I always use Marty. I tell her all the time, it's like, I use you for everything. All right, we're going to use her. We're going to add her to as a guest. Now, I've got the harvest brochure with me. We are going to say Marty wants gingham gourd. Gingham gourd is $60. Well, we can't order it, right? And you also want to deal with tax. You want to know what her tax is, correct? Um, Obviously, you're not going to be able to tell her what shipping is until you start inputting everybody's orders in, but we're going to start here. So she wants gingham gourd. So you're going to go to your catalog if you do not know what a $60 warmer is. You're going to open up your catalog and we're going to put in, go away, little thing. I just had a sneeze fit before we got on here. We're going to go in and put Blue Twist because that is a $60 warmer. It is not gingham gourd, but it's the same price. This warmer is now called a placeholder. We've stuck in a warmer the same price as something that she wants because we just want to get tax and we just want to figure out rewards. See where I'm going with that? And let's see, what else does Marty want? Marty also wants a travel twist. So the travel twist from the thing, the Harvest Collection, and she wants 3 pods. See, I struggle with what in the world these things are stuck in as. Not pods. All right. Now, obviously, we can't. They're $10 each. She wants one of each one. So we're just going to go ahead And we're going to select the first. I always do just the first one because I don't really care. Because remember, all this stuff is placeholders. This warmer is gingham gourd. This is the maple rum cake travel twist. This is the Scentsy pods from the Harvest Collection, one of each scent, right? But we now are able to go in here, estimate tax with shipping. Don't worry about the shipping yet. But we're able to tell her, hey, your tax is going to be $7.69. I don't have a total yet on your shipping, but hold on. All right, so that's Marty's order. Now we're going to add another guest. All right, we're going to do Amanda. Oh my Lord. And we're going to add stuff to her cart. Let's see. What does she want? She wants the Counter Clean and Scentsy Fresh. So again, we're going to go to her cart. We're going to throw in any Counter Clean because the Counter Clean is $10 in the Harvest Collection. It is $10 here. Remember, placeholder. That's what we're doing. We're going to do Scentsy Fresh. Seriously. $12. $12. And let's say she wants the Buddy, the Star, the Black Cat Scentsy Buddy. So that's $35. So we're going to find a $35 something. It doesn't have to be a Buddy. It can be a warmer. You just want the price to be the same. We're going to throw in 35. See where we're at now? This is the Apple Cinnamon Stick Counter Clean. This is the Apple Cinnamon Stick Scentsy Fresh. This is Star, the Black Cat Scentsy Buddy for $35. Again, we can now know what her tax is, right? But see, now her shipping went down because it's now being spread out amongst two people. That's why I said wait on the shipping, but we at least got tax. We're still not at rewards yet, so let's add another guest. Why when you're trying to think of names, you can't think of somebody? Like your mind goes completely blank. Again, we're thinking Jill has 4 or 5 people from her work who also want Harvest Collection stuff. So you want to throw it into a party for her. So she gets the orders for you ahead of time. These are what everybody wants. So you're setting this party up for Jill. You're inputting in all of her her friends. This is a coworker. This is a coworker. You're putting in all her coworkers' orders so that we can get an idea of what her host rewards are, right? This one we're going to do different. So, I truly don't know what the exact response to this is. Oh my Lanta. Hold on. Okay. This is still on. Okay. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, go away. Okay. So we're gonna do Kristen. Lord, sorry. We're gonna do Kristen as she wants Harry Potter stuff. Well, the difference between the Harry Potter stuff is Harry Potter, we do not get the same PRV, correct? So, for instance, the Hogwarts warmer is $75. That's how much it's going to cost your customer. But you're only going to get, I truly don't know what it is. We're going to say 65 PRV. Don't quote me on that. I do not know. So, what we're going to do is you're going to throw in something for $75 because we want to get her tax and we want to see what her tax is, right? So we're going to do, I hate to do math. Why did I do it this way? Okay, so we're going to do a $50 warmer. And then we're going to go ahead and do the 25. So we're going to get to the $75. That's what we want. because the Hogwarts warmer is 75. We want the cash total to be 75 so that we can tell her, yo, your tax is going to be $5.62. See how the shipping has now went down more, right? So once we tell her that's what your tax is, we're going to now change this because we know that we're not going to get that much PRV, correct? So we're going to say, I don't know what it is. We're going to say we get 65 PRV. So find a $65 warmer or $65 worth of something. It doesn't have to be a warmer, just sometimes that's the easiest. We're going to throw that in there. We told her what her tax is, right? But now this is to show what the rewards are. Remember, me, this is Jill, your host. She's got 3 coworkers. These are your 3 coworkers' totals, and we're all shipping it to Jill, right? These are all placeholders. We want to find out how much host credit Jill is going to have. We want to be able to have Jill tell her friends, hey, this is how much your total is going to be, right? We're working ahead. So we're going to go in. We've got $21 of host credits. Now let's say Jill doesn't want anything from the Harvest collection. We're going to keep it simple. Jill just wants regular catalog stuff. So we're going to do 6 bars as part of her host rewards. Just because we would just want to use them, okay? I think the system's going slow because it just like started working again. All right, we're gonna say she wants a 3-pack of bulbs. And then we want to use the perpetual. And we're gonna say she wants 6 circles. Again, I'm just throwing junk in here. All right, so Jill has 3 coworkers who want to order from the Harvest catalog. She got their orders, so you're going to turn it into a party for Jill because, hey, she did some work for you. So we put in placeholders to represent what her coworkers want. Her coworker wants gingham gourd. Her coworker this one wants the travel twist. This one wants one of each pods, right? This one wanted whatever she wanted. I forget. The counter clean, the Scentsy Fresh, and then the buddy, the black cat buddy, right? This coworker wanted the Hogwarts castle. So these are all placeholders so that we can get her rewards amount correct. And she can get totals because we can click this and we can say, all right, well, let Amanda know that her total is going to be $63.81, $57 in product, $250 shipping, taxes $431. So now she can collect the money. Remember though, this one is different because PRV is different than cash. So you put in the cash for the 75, you gave the total, then you took it out and we did the PRV because now we're focused on the rewards part of this, right? You gave her all the totals, she went back to her coworkers, she's collecting money. So you now tell her, hey, since you did that, you have $21.80 in host credit and you have 1 or 2 half off items depending on how you did this, right? She said, okay, cool. She gave you, and you tell her, listen, here's the deal. I have to close this up right away at 3 o'clock in the morning on the 1st. I don't have a choice. That's how we're going to have to do it. And because, oh Lord. Okay. You tell her, we have to close it up. So what do you want your rewards to be? Because I don't know how long any of this Harvest collection stuff is going to last. So she gave you her host rewards. You've stuck it in. This is what she wants to use her stuff on. She's not buying anything. She just is going to use host rewards. All right. So now this party is essentially done, right? Jill gave you her host stuff. She gave you her coworkers' orders. You gave her her coworkers' totals. It's all done. Here's the big thing. What you want to do now, you're going to take out her stuff. And the reason I tell you to do this is because I personally have forgotten to take out placeholders and ordered like 12 warmers that I didn't want. No joke. So you're going to go in and you're going to delete because you know what this total is. You told her, you know what the tax is. You told her the host rewards are the same. So watch, you're going to take it out. You're going to take it out. You're going to take it out because you now want these carts empty so that you can stick the Harvest Collection stuff in them when the Harvest Collection launches. You're going to get this little warning that says one or more items in your cart is invalid. Please recheck because technically your party is now 0. There's nothing in here, right? So it's saying, how in the world did you do that, right? But as soon as you go back in, so we're going to go to the dashboard. We're going to go to open orders. We're going to find her order. Edit orders. Her rewards stayed in here. The stuff that she is using stayed in here. Yes, it looks weird. It looks wonky, but that's okay. Watch. Remember, she wanted medium gourd. Don't mess with me. Twirl is what it's called, not twist. So she wanted that. She wanted a travel twist. And then she wanted 3 pods. Remember? So we're going to go back in and we're going to add so that you can see it all evens back out again. Okay. Kristen was doing the Harry Potter warmer. So we're going to do a $65 warmer because remember the PRV is different than the cash. So when you put this in on the morning of the 1st, you'll already have their money. They already have their totals. You are just putting the product in. Done. I don't remember. Oh yeah, she's doing counter clean. She's doing a Scentsy Fresh. And she is doing Star the Buddy for $35. And we're back to exactly where we started. I hope this is making sense, and I hope that you're having that oh goodness moment. So remember, what we did here was Jill is your host. She got orders for the Harvest Collection from coworkers. These are her coworkers. You put the orders in so that you can get her totals so that she can give them to her coworkers, right? You gave the coworkers their totals with tax and shipping. And Jill is taking care of payment on those. She's getting you cash, she's getting you a check, she's getting you whatever, all right? And then you told Jill, hey, for doing that, you get some host credits. What do you want? Jill told you because you were like, listen, I have to know by the 31st because I'm going to close up this whole party on the 1st. I have to because this stuff can sell out very, very quickly. Oh, okay. She gave you her order. You already stuck it in, right? And then this party, remember, you'll take out your placeholders. That's what these are. These are just there to give you a total and so you can use your rewards. You take them out. This party will sit quietly and empty, and it will sit there with this error until 3 a.m. on the 1st. And you will go in and you will hurry up and you will drop all the products in these carts, and then you will check out and you put your payment in. So this is another way so that you can close up a party really quick. The key to this is making sure that you figure out a placeholder so that you can get accurate rewards and to then remove your placeholder before you order. Because like I said, I once ordered 12 alabaster mini warmers when I did not need them. It was a placeholder for something else. I totally forgot to take the placeholder out. And I ended up with 12 alabaster mini warmers. I have since sold them all, but it happens. So this is another way that you can do this. And you can make this one ship direct. Another reason to do this is you're only doing one payment. So you know how when we did the individual orders the other day, you know, if these 3 people right here were set up as an individual order, you would have to drop, pay, drop, pay, drop, pay. That takes up time. So you could set this up where each one of these would be individually shipped. You can hit the direct ship option, still give them their total, still use the host rewards. But the key to make it a little bit faster is if you send an invoice or if you get Venmo from them or you get cash from them ahead of time, deposit that money into your bank account, however you do that, then you only have to stick in one credit card at payment time because you already got her money, right? You got her money, you got her money, you told the host what her total was with tax and shipping. You got her money. So you have everybody's money right here. You could 100% then just only do one checkout for all 4 of these. If this does not make sense, pretty please ask. I don't have a way to do a screen share and then see questions, so I will go back and look and see if there is any or message me. But this is another way that you can go in and be ready, pre-game, whatever, prep for a big launch. Like today, if you had 4 or 5 people who you knew wanted wall fans and pods and some of the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, you could have had all of those people lined up in a party, put the placeholders in ahead of time over the weekend. You know, you stuck in something for 17 and you stuck in something for 12. And you put all of your placeholders in. You told the host how much their total rewards were. They gave you what they wanted to use rewards. That's the key. Remember, if you close a party without using your rewards, you've lost them. So you already, you know, you told her, okay, this is what your rewards are going to be. She paid you. And then today for the launch, you went in, you dropped her fans, her Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, you know, dropped their stuff in there and paid one time. So that's another option. So again, hopefully this is helpful to you. If you have any questions, pretty please shout at me. Like I said, I can't see any questions when I do it this way, so I will go back and look. I know it sounds complicated, and if you haven't been doing it this way, it may seem a tad bit overwhelming. Do not let it overwhelm you. Go in and play with it. You have time between now and the first. Do like I did and make a fake party. I'm going to just go in and delete this party. We're going to go in, and I'm going to delete it. Yep. Doesn't hurt anything. Go in, play with it, make a fake party, or as you're getting orders from the Harvest Collection, go in and start putting those orders in. All right, Marty wants, I know for a fact, Marty wants the fall fairy tale pumpkin. She wants the gingham gourd pumpkin. She wants the pots. Like, I know what she wants. I can go in and start adding her orders. I've got another one I know who wants gingham gourd. That's my popular one. So I know these people want these things. I can go in and start putting their orders in for them to get them a total to have time to invoice. Play around with it. Ask me questions. Okie dokie. Tomorrow, I think my plan is tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow I'm going to go live with you guys on the reporting tab. Then Wednesday, we're going to go over the news tab. Saturday, hopefully, we're going to go over the marketing tab. Sunday, the training tab. And then Monday, the 26th, we'll go over like the consultant store. And the 27th, we're going to go over the more tab. I'm just breaking down the workstation for you. All of these videos will be uploaded and put on the YouTube channel. So if If you have any questions, just please, please, please shout. Bye.